what is happening in the gaming world? We've got the latest on non-Steam launchers, a massive legal battle involving Google and Epic Games, Apple facing new challenges in Australia, and a wild new game hitting PC. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. First up, non-Steam launchers just dropped a new update that's changing how you sort your games by launcher. And we've got all the details on what this means for your library. Then, the legal drama continues as Google loses its appeal to pause the App Store overhaul ordered in the Epic Games lawsuit. We break down what this Epic ruling means for Android users and developers. We're also diving into the fallout from the Epic Games versus Apple Australia ruling, where Apple calls the decision harmful. Plus, get ready for Raging Bill, a chaotic new game crashing onto Steam and the Epic Games Store this fall. You won't believe what this game has in store. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Non-Steam Launchers gets a game-changing update. Ever feel like your non-Steam games are a jumbled mess? Well, Noah Kupetsky over at Steam Deck HQ has the scoop on the latest update for non-Steam Launchers, version 4.24, and it's a big deal for organizing your library. This handy script, which automatically installs and configures third-party launchers like Epic Games Store and Amazon Prime, has just introduced custom sort names for games installed through their respective launchers. So, if you snag a game from the Epic Games Store, you can now search for it under Epic Games in your library. It's a clever feature that aims to make managing your diverse game collection a whole lot easier, giving you a clearer view of where each title came from without having to open each launcher individually. While some might find it a slight shift from pure alphabetical sorting, the ability to quickly identify and group games by their original source is a definite win for organization enthusiasts. If you're already using non-Steam launchers, the update should roll out automatically. This update is already sparking discussions in the community about the best ways to manage expanding game libraries. Stay tuned as we unpack the latest legal showdowns that could reshape the gaming landscape. Next, we're talking about a major blow to Google in their ongoing battle with Epic Games. Google's App Store overhaul blocked, Epic Games scores another win. In a significant antitrust development, Alphabet's Google has failed in its attempt to halt a federal court order mandating sweeping changes to its Play Store operations. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco rejected Google's plea to keep the injunction on hold, while it appeals the ruling stemming from its high-profile antitrust clash with Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite. This means Google must now comply with the order issued by U.S. District Judge James Donato, which compels the tech giant to allow Android users to access rival app stores directly through the Play Store and make its app catalog available to competitors. The court found that Google did not meet the stringent requirements needed to justify pausing the injunction, with some changes taking effect in 30 days and others allowing up to 10 months for compliance. This decision is a major victory for Epic Games, with CEO Tim Sweeney celebrating on X, stating that developers and consumers will benefit. The lawsuit, filed in 2020, accused Google of monopolizing Android app distribution and payments, a claim a jury sided with in 2023. Google, expressing disappointment, argues the injunction poses risks to user privacy and security, and its next step may be petitioning the U.S. Supreme Court. But the legal battles don't stop there. We're heading down under next to see how Apple is reacting to a major ruling in Australia concerning Epic Games. Apple faces down under. Australia ruling on Epic Games sparks outcry. Following a landmark decision last month, where Epic Games won its antitrust case against Apple in Australia, the full reasoning behind the 900-page ruling has now been published. The court mandated that Apple must permit apps side-loading and third-party payments on iPhones, a move Apple has fiercely criticized, accusing the judge of underestimating the privacy and security risks to users. The core of the dispute, as always, revolved around the definition of the relevant market. Apple argues it doesn't hold a monopoly in the broader smartphones or apps market, while regulators and the court view the iOS apps market as Apple's exclusive domain. Apple has stated its strong disagreement with the ruling, particularly the market definition, and plans to continue seeking an outcome that respects its intellectual property and the user experience of the App Store. Despite the court not imposing specific orders, Apple claims the implications raise significant privacy and security concerns, even as the ruling cites the EU's digital markets act as precedent for allowing sideloading. This comes amidst ongoing community discussions about the effectiveness of Apple's app review process, especially after instances of fraudulent apps and data privacy issues have surfaced within the official App Store. From legal arenas to chaotic battlegrounds, our next story shifts gears completely. Get ready for a game announcement that promises insane action and retro vibes. Raging Bill, absurd chaos unleashed this fall on PC. Get ready for a gaming experience unlike any other. Art Punk Studio has just announced that Raging Bill, the brainchild of solo developer Jerome Tissot, aka Muttonheads, is set to launch this fall on both Steam and the Epic Games Store. This game is poised to deliver a wild concoction of over-the-top humor, a distinct retro aesthetic, and cutting-edge technology. Players will step into the shoes of Bill, a retired MMA champion and billionaire whose serene island life is violently interrupted by a cascade of bizarre events. An invasion of partygoers, a UFO crash, a zombie outbreak, a dragon sighting, a mysterious virus, and extreme weather shifts. Bill's solution? Unleashing his over-the-top fighting skills, ridiculous gadgets, and a whole lot of attitude. Inspired by cult classics like Duke Nukem and Goat Simulator, Raging Bill promises an open world brimming with melee and ranged combat, platforming challenges, high-speed races, epic boss battles, intricate puzzles, and complete sandbox freedom. You'll be jetpacking, hoverboard crushing, and zombie flinging your way through a massive 5 square kilometers environment built with Unreal Engine 5, featuring stunning visuals thanks to nanite and lumen, dynamic chaos physics, and cinematic slow-motion effects. With its fall release window confirmed, Raging Bill is gearing up to be a must-play for fans of unpredictable physics and maximum mayhem. That's all the news we have for you today. But don't go anywhere, we've got a quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected. And that's a wrap on today's Fortnite Flash. We covered NonSteamLaunchers' organizational update, Google's big loss in the Epic Games lawsuit, Apple's reaction to the Australian ruling, and the wild announcement of Raging Bill. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for all your gaming news needs, ring the notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected.